Elen Sila Lumen Omentiovo. Today I'm going to be discussing when did Gandalf go into the South? This idea started as I was working on a Legend of Gandalf video, and I began wondering when would he have gone into the South and just how long would he have been there for? He was there at least long enough to be known by the populace as Incanus. I have three possible theories for when Gandalf would have done this. The first theory is that Gandalf was in the south during the Angmar War. In other words, at some point between 1356 and 1975 of the Third Age. This seems like a likely time period because for the first 1,000 years of Gandalf in Middle-earth, we have no real clue to his whereabouts or what it was he was doing. There's possibilities of certain events occurring in this time, such as Gandalf giving the Elisar stone to Galadriel. It just seems out of character for Gandalf to not give any aid to Arthedain during the war. Now we don't know for sure that Gandalf didn't help at all during the war, but I think we could safely conclude that he was not present during the fall of Fornost and Angmar itself, as that would have been mentioned by the Hobbit narrators who had a close connection to Gandalf. The next possible time period would be just as the Watchful Peace began, in 2063 of the Third Age. The Watchful Peace began when Gandalf entered Dol Guldur, and Sauron, not wanting to be discovered, fled into the east. Gandalf could have attempted a pursuit, but not knowing where the necromancer went, he turned to the south in a futile attempt to rout him out. Again, there is little we know of what Gandalf is doing during this time, and even if Gandalf believed the necromancer wasn't Sauron, he could have at least suspected the necromancer to be one of the Nazgul, seeing how the Witch King was just recently active in Angmar, and that was the general theory that the Wise operated under. The final theory is that Gandalf ventured into the south after Sauron declared himself in Mordor. The idea here is that Gandalf would seek to find as many allies against Sauron as possible, and would believe that the Haradrim would be more persuadable than the Easterlings. He wouldn't have found many allies, as again he is known as the North Spy by the inhabitants, meaning there is some measure of distrust, if not outright hostility towards Gandalf in this time. Either way, it doesn't seem like Gandalf would have remained in the south for too long due to the hostile environment towards him and the overall state of the world in other regions. Another possible reason why Gandalf could have gone into the south at any point is because he would know that the Blue Wizards were operating in the south and the east, attempting to stir up rebellions against Sauron. At any point during the years and attempts to discern the goings-on of the south and east, he could have gone into the south. He could have been attempting to discover where the Blue Wizards were. If he ever found the Blue Wizards in his journeys, Gandalf never said. But these are just a few of my ideas for when and why Gandalf would have ventured into the south. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoy. As always, feel free to like and subscribe for more content. Please let me know how I can better improve these videos. Thanks, and as the elves say, Namaste.